Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, my guest is Brent Emore, the CEO of AHF Products. Brent, how you doing?
Doing great, Kemp. How about you?
I'm good. We talked a couple of months ago, and you were interim CEO. Brian Carson had announced that he was going off into the paint business. You had been hired by AHF as the CFO and stepped right into that role on an interim basis. And now Paceline has said, hey, let's go ahead and give you the role permanently. So why do you think they made that decision?
Yeah, and thank you, and I appreciate the time and the question. I think Paceline ultimately chose me as CEO as they saw and have seen changing momentum at the business. They've seen outcomes of actions we've taken, and good ones. And they see that not only do I, but the leadership team has a clear vision for the future. And we're bringing energy to the organization around that. Since stepping in, I've been all about reinforcing what's working for us, our strong American manufacturing roots, our powerful brands, and injecting some fresh momentum to help us grow and adapt and really be top of mind for our customers and to innovate our products and technologies along the way. And then they probably appreciated that I have a distinct financial acumen and balance that well with operational discipline and a willingness to innovate and move quickly. So leveraged a few of those things. We've had some nice wins along the way, and I think they're really excited about the future, our product strategies, our strategic partnerships with our customers, and now we're preserving AHF's legacy and pushing forward with new ideas. This aligns with their vision as to where they want to see AHF go over the long term.
Basically, I thought you'd answer, and in a way you've said this, they couldn't find anybody outside any better than what they had inside, right?
I like to think so. At the end of the day,
yeah.
Look, we're doing well. We've had solid performance out of the gate. The strategy is working. We are focused on simple things, and we have an energy about us as a team that's really hard to replicate. So it's working well. We're executing, and the results are showing up, and that's good for any business.
What kind of demand are you seeing out there in the marketplace based on all this uncertainty around tariffs and where the economy's headed?
No, that's the interesting thing. We've seen kind of, as we expected, I would say, slightly down to slightly up, I would tell you, is the range, out of the gate. There's been a lot of volatility, as we talked last time, around tariffs. And really, I'd tell you, I'm cautiously optimistic about the future. I think this noise will settle down. I'm hopeful rates begin to improve, and I'm hopeful housing begins to turn so that can have a dramatic impact on the state of the flooring industry, and in particular, AHF's hard surface portfolio.
All right, so I have run into you several times and probably going to run into you again next week, but we saw each other at the NWFA show in Charlotte, and then I saw you in Orlando at the Coverings Expo. And, the interesting thing with coverings and the tile market, that wasn't the market that you were in until about a year and a half ago when you bought Crossville. And, you bought one of the gem brands in the business with both a commercial and residential brand strength. So, what was your take on coverings?
Yeah, I thought it was a great show. I thought our booth was exceptionally well done. It showcased our products very well. We have some really interesting innovations there that we brought to market over the course of the past 6 months, and certainly looking to capitalize on that. There was, I would say, a distinct energy around, the power of U.S. manufacturing and our strength from a domestic footprint there that I hope to capitalize on in the future. Crossville has a long legacy of exceptional customer relationships in both spaces, right? Residentially and commercially, with national accounts in various industries and through their studio footprint. So, great energy around the show, great energy around American-made products, and great energy around Crossville in general.
71% of all tile consumed in the United States is imported. And the American manufacturers, many of them are centered around Tennessee. I'm being told they have 20% extra capacity. So there's a lot of people that are making sure, when all the dust settles around tariffs, that they've got relationships with the domestic producer, right?
There are a lot of conversations happening right now, not a lot of action, but again, we are exceptionally well positioned. We have the capacity to serve the need. We have the products in the right categories, and we're ready. So looking forward to doing business, not only with our existing customer base, but expanding those relationships in the future in our key categories. We've made investments in new products, new technologies, and quite frankly, what I think to be a really good strategic reorganization of our commercial sales team, where they bring the strength of, the Armstrong brand, AHF Contract brand, and Crossfill brands into one seamless organization and gives us broader access. And now we're pushing that even further, right, across VCT, LVT, and sheet products like MenPure and Mentone that feature our Diamond Temp technology to really have a deeper penetration there. So really excited about the future. I think it'll be great for the business and looking forward to taking advantage of that in the market.
All right, next week, I'll be leaving probably Sunday or Saturday for Chicago, and we'll be at NeoCon. I know you have a space, so that's focused on the commercial market. Will you be there?
I will. I'm coming in on Monday. Very, very excited about that. I haven't been to NeoCon in almost a decade. It'll be kind of a reintroduction. Very much looking forward to that. We're going to unveil some new innovations there and showcase AHF's leadership in the space. We'll have kind of a category-defining product that combines the warmth of real wood with superior durability in the commercial space. Again, it's in hardwood. And we're also unveiling something very different. It's a color lab that we call Kaleido. Very, very innovative tool. Designers can create semi-custom SKUs by blending a base color with a highlight shade in it. Really, really looking forward to it. The booth looks great. I hope everyone comes and visits and has good conversation with us and is excited about those innovations as well.
I'm already seeing a little bit of a difference here. I talked to Brian many times in his leadership role at AHF, and I don't think he could name the products, but sounds like you know him pretty well. What other changes are we going to see in the leadership style at AHF with Brent at the helm versus Brian?
I'm exceptionally fortunate to work alongside an incredibly strong leadership team. We all own the play. There's just deep experience, operational discipline, and the customer will be the focus of all that. And at the end of the day, we're building a fresh, dynamic organization with a keen eye towards the future. We have a very startup-like energy to us in a company that has more than 150 years of manufacturing heritage. So a really unique blend. That in and of itself is powerful. I've always been a student of the industry and will use that in kind of a servant leadership manner to help the organization grow, focus, and execute. Again, the customer will be front and center in everything we do, and I will let you know we're not going to be afraid to do things differently.
Okay, Brent. Well, congratulations on getting the CEO role on a full-time basis. Again, been talking to Brent Emore, the CEO of AHF Products, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.